Hello everyone, this is Julie and welcome to the podcast Possible and Impossible. And today I'm gonna tell you a brief history of Taiwan. And I know some important things happened in Taiwan before. Hopefully, you guys could learn something in this video and hope you guys can enjoy it. Okay, so here we go, a brief history of Taiwan. Taiwan was the first inhabited by Aboriginal people who have the closer link to Filipinos, Malaysians, Indonesians, and other Austronesian people. And they have a closer link to them than to anyone in China. So ethnically, there are actually a lot of difference. And they are all arrive in a small group and become the earliest known inhabitants of Taiwan. And during the age of discovery in the 16th century, Western settlers arrived in the Far East to set up colonies and conduct trade. As Taiwan was located at the conjunction of the East Asia and the ocean, as well as being where the Northeast Asian waters meet the Southern waters, it became the focus on the Western power that were operating in East Asian waters at the time. When these Aboriginal people arrived at this secret island, these were good for them before anyone else was in Taiwan, and it was just them. And they could hunt fish and dance, build their traditional huts, and normally the man will always like hunting some predators or some animals, and the women just like stay at home like knitting or clean their like farm, something else. Basically, they just do whatever they want. And this Aboriginal paradise lasts just about until the other Europeans people come to Taiwan. And in the first half of the 17th centuries, the Dutch established a presence at Amping, and they conduct missionary activities, trade, and production of various goods. They also recruit many Han Chinese immigrants from China coast, and leading to a multicultural history of Taiwan. And the number of Han Chinese immigrants in Taiwan steadily increased during the short-lived Qing is a Kongxinggang region and the Qing period over the next 200 years. It created a primarily Han society in Taiwan. And about the next part, in 1895, military defeat forced China's Qing dynasties to cede Taiwan to Japan, and the island became a colony of Japan and remained under Japan rulers for about 15 years, and during which time it evolved from the traditional society into the modern society, and Taiwan came under Chinese nationality and control after World War II. Following the communist victory on the mainland in 1949, 2 million nationalists fled to Taiwan and built up a government using the 1947 Constitution drawn up for all China. And beginning in the 1950s, the ruling authorities gradually democratized and incorporated the local population within the governing structures. This process expanded rapidly in the 1980s. And on the other hand, in the 2000s, Taiwan underwent its first peaceful transfer of power from the nationalism to the Democratic Progressive Party. Throughout this period, the island prospered and became one of the East Asia's economic tigers. and the dominant political issues continue to be in the relationship between Taiwan and China. Specifically, the questions of Taiwan eventual status, as well as domestic politics and economic reform. Okay, so that's it. And this time I mentioned a brief history of Taiwan, and in next week I will tell you guys about a couple of details in Taiwan history. And if you have any interesting, and welcome to chat with me. And see you next weekend. Bye bye.